Attack on Titan, Chapter 107, Visitor. What are you doing? So Hanji came to see Eren? What will Hanji say to Eren, who has returned home after running away? Looks at her. You were looking in the mirror and talking to yourself, weren't you? It's not saying anything. You looked at your own reflection and talked to yourself, saying, keep fighting, keep fighting. That's right? So you said to yourself, keep fighting, not just once, but twice. Was it that you're fighting, Eren? Does the fact that you said it twice mean there's going to be a second round to all this? Still not saying anything. You do realize that if you don't talk to me, I won't be able to understand, right? Because I don't think it's a normal thing to do. Standing around talking to yourself made me wonder what's going on with you, you know? You see, I've never talked to my reflection in the mirror. I just don't get it. But I really like what you did with your hair. Put it in the bun. It's just the right degree of messy. It's like you did your best to make it look like you made no effort. But it's clear that you worked really hard to get that look. Why have you come here, Haji? What do you mean? I've come here to talk to you. The first time we met, we spent the whole night talking about Titans, remember? Yeah. Like when they were in the sequestered place. Although I was the one doing all the talking, you listened. I knew you would never agree to sacrifice Historia. Oh, she's talking about Eren. That day 2 years ago, the day of the welcome ceremony at the port. Welcome to the visitors. I haven't seen you since that day you lifted our ship out of the sea. Nice to see you again. Going for a handshake with Eren? No, you're still not allowed to touch him. Then you see him is more than enough. That's plenty for me. Today, we should celebrate. It's the first time we're welcoming a foreign official since the harbor was completed. Who's coming? Foreign official. Oh, it's the Japanese lady from the internment camp where she was meeting, talking Kyber. They're from the land of Hizuru, the only country to ally with Paradise Island. Oh. The name of the special envoy we are welcoming is Koyomi Azubito. The Azubito family has strong historical ties with other countries, Historia. Because of this, they have a great deal of influence on foreign affairs in their country. She's the head of this family. That person, Mikasa? Her features are similar to those of your mother, aren't they? Just as I told you. Wait. Is Mikasa related to her? You and her are related by blood. What? Doesn't that mean Levi is also related? Somehow? They're in the meeting place? You recognize this family crest? Like 3 katanas? Mikasa's like, yeah? She's holding her wrist. Show her, Mikasa. But my mom said to keep it a secret. You showed me when we were kids, didn't you? She probably asked you to keep it a secret just in case you get a chance like today. Come on. She's unwrapping her bandages. Showing it? Oh, she actually had one. This mark has been passed down for generations in my late mother's family. I've been told to pass it on to my own child when the time comes as well. Like, going for a hug. What a noble deed. About 100 years ago, the land of Hizuru was an ally to the Eldian Empire. The son of the then shogun of the nation, an ancestor of the Azurumabito family, had become close friends with the Fritz royal family and came to stay on Paradise Island. So he was trapped there? Or left behind? Then, after the Big Titan War, Hizuru became a defeated nation and lost its favorable position. In the disorder that ensued. Well, no one knows for sure what happened, but the descendants of the descendants of the Shogun family were left behind here on this very island. And now, more than 100 years later, I get to meet the only person still carrying the blood of the Orient on this island. You are the descendant of our country's lost leader, the hope of the land of Hizuru. So she's like high noble. Drinking tea? If what Azurumito say true, then Mikasa can have the political influence of the Azurumito and Hizuru. I don't know. Isn't she the descendant of their country's most distinguished noble family? I still don't really understand what you mean when you say country. You know, the thing that's in borders. What's a country without borders? Land for everyone can go in. At any rate, if we can use this to get Hizuru on our side, then so be it. Wait, what if this is a trap set by our enemies? Like I thought. We have to ask Yelena and others for their opinion. That's exactly what the enemy wants us to do. Oh, Pixis. There's one thing we know for sure. When it comes to matters regarding the world that's on the other side of the sea, we're nothing but children, gingerly taking our first steps. For now, we have no choice but to quiet down and just listen. We should get back. It's embarrassing to make our guests wait for so long. They're going back in. Hey, Mikasa, why is Eren the only one who got to see that symbol on your arm? Huh? You didn't show that bandage to anyone. That's just... You seem happy for some reason. I am happy. Huh? Mikasa and I, we were both burdened with such a heavy load. Just by being born. Sorry? If Mikasa and I are this alike, then there is no one else I can trust more than her in the entire world. Oh. Going in? We are all very honored and grateful to be in your presence, and to see that your highness is in good health. At this time, please, just allow me to say that the people of the Azurubito will always be waiting for you, your highness. I understand. She gonna take on that role? This day is a historical day for both nations. We are all sitting here today, thanks to one man, the same man who arranged this whole event. It came to our attention that there is a descendant of the Shogun's family on Paradise Island, and we set up a meeting with Zeke Yeager, the source of this information. They met. In return for giving us the means to meet you, your highness, we agreed to pass on the details of a certain arrangement. My mother is a survivor of the Fritz royal family, which means I also carry royal blood in my veins. I've kept this fact hidden from the Marleyan army, and been employed by them as the head of the warrior squad. Why would a soldier so loyal to Marley do such a thing? Grown up, I came to understand my father's feelings, and now I carry on his ideals myself. Wait, what? So Zeke just did a turn tail? He was like playing the Marlins the whole time, or what? I'm a member of the true Eldian restoration movement. But you, yes, I sold my parents out to the Marlins. Why did you do that? When I was 7 years old, I learned that the Marleyan authorities had already found evidence of the restoration movement led by my father. I knew that I had to do something, or else they wouldn't have just sent my parents to paradise, but my grandparents and myself along with them as well. That's when I decided to act, and sold out my parents to Marley. My parents were right, but they were naive. To restore Eldia to his former glory, they play group full of self-righteous, pompous men who have never been enough. Like, throwing as a beast tie-in. Even after I turned my back on my parents and gained rank in the Marleyan army, I crushed the island of paradise under my feet and killed countless Eldians, the same Eldians I wanted to save. If Marley had succeeded in taking back the original Titan, it would have been a means for me to restore the Eldian nation. Wait, was he gonna eat his brother? After all, the Marleyan army did not know that I possessed royal blood. Got Burhol and Reiner. Marley does not know what can happen when a Titan with royal blood comes into contact with the original Titan, and your homeland, is still. Was that nice? As you know, we are indeed very much interested in finding the descendant of the shogunate family, but a restoration of the Eldian Empire will pose a great threat to the entire world. This is a fact that we cannot ignore. We might be forced to inform Marley of this little meeting. It's very unfortunate, but even if we all die here, this result will be the same. Of course, I'm very well aware of this, Miss Kayomi. We will not be able to materialize this agreement if there is no gain in it, not just for the Zarobito family, but for the land of Hizuru as well. Okay, pulling some out of bag. First, let's have a look at this. Here we go. This is the 3D maneuver gear thing that he took from the guy. You know this item? It's highly classified, even in Marley itself. This is a weapon developed on Paradise Island for the sole purpose of killing Titans. It is called 3D maneuver gear. This isn't something I've stolen from the Marleyan army. I've taken it from the island myself, so do not worry. And no one knows about it. I will hand this over to you, but in order to use it, you will need a special kind of fuel. They call it an ice blast stone. It's a natural resource found underground that has yet to be discovered or mined anywhere but on Paradise Island. So it's like, that's what everyone wants. There have been rumors of its existence for a long time. Many years ago, the king of the Titans dug a huge hole on Paradise Island, and there he stored a treasure, rocks created by the power of the Titans, that could burn and give light. He's taking it. Although it's not much, there are still remains of this ice blast stone inside this weapon as well. The people of Paradise Island are probably not aware of the true value of this natural resource, but I'm sure your country is. This information should be helpful in creating an alliance between Paradise Island and the land of Hizuru. So he suggested that in exchange for cooperating with his plan to come here to the island, it would help us get our hands on these resources that could help our struggling country to regain its status as the empire it once was. That was his plan? We don't even know how big these underground deposits are. She's like slobbering from the mouth. Saliva, still. If what he said is true, there are resources as precious as gold and silver in this age of modernization lying dormant below this island. But we're not here because our conglomerates have expanded their operation and require these resources, of course. Oh, they're not. That sounds like they are. Miss Koyomi, here. Oh, please give her a napkin. Oh my, please excuse me. Like drooling. Yelena did say that the negotiations will go well because the Zarobito have a nose for money. That was just their excuse for coming here. Oh, cost being used. Just as I thought. If they don't profit from it, no other country would ever be interested in this island. So, what is the agreement you discussed with Zeke Yeager? Then? As you know, Zeke Yeager claims to have a secret plan. It seems that the involvement of the Hizuru is necessary in executing this secret plan to save the Eldians in the world. They have like 3 piles of paper. The reason for this lies in one of the 3 conditions needed in order to effectively threaten the world with the earth-flattening weapon, which will protect this island from possible attacks. First, you need to test the weapon. Exhibit just a small portion of it, of that power, to the world. They will see how destructive it can be. The second part is where Hizuru comes in. We will help in strengthening your military power so that it is on par with the rest of the world, up until the point where the earth-flattening weapon is no longer needed. But this isn't about bringing in modern weapons. In order to build a modern army, you first need to establish a solid foundation of national strength. You need to provide the civilians with good education, build a strong economy, create diplomatic prowess, and also a growth in the population would be needed. Okay? This island is about 100 years behind the rest of the world in terms of development. We don't have 100 years to close that gap, but no matter what, I would say it will take at least 50. Huh? Looking at Historia. I think that's Historia. Which means you must have the earth-flattening weapon in order to protect the island against potential attacks for at least those 50 years. And Eren's almost up. So the continued possession of both the original Titan and the Titan with royal blood are crucial. As the third condition, Zeke wants to pass on the power of the beast Titan to someone of royal blood. To Historia? Until their 13-year term is over, they will need to have as many children as possible. Wait, talking about what? I don't understand. It will be over in 50 years, but no matter how many weapons we develop, the earth-flattening weapon will always be the strongest. If we are not able to develop beyond that, then generation after generation of the royal family will be forced to live in fear of being eaten alive, going through the process of passing on the power again and again, just like what Historia's family was doing. Just like the Reese family, they will pass it on from parent to child again and again. Is it fair to you? Is it fair to us to subject her future children to this possible situation, just to save ourselves here in the present? No, this can't be right. She will never allow it. But oh, I understand. Story understands. I will take on the power of the beast Titan. Their flattening weapon is essential to our survival. We must obtain it. Oh, the story. She's like, Eren's getting up. We didn't bring down the walls and win back our freedom just so we could live like livestock again, just to have children so they could die in order for us to keep on living. I can accept Zeke Yeager's plan. It's too dangerous to bet our lives on the chance that we're able to maintain control over the earth-flattening weapon. In the short time that we have left, should we explore all other options that might be on hand? There's like crying? It looks like she's tearing up. Of course, there's no need to decide right away. We will carry on as well, and intermediate between you and Zeke Yeager as needed. We still haven't found another way. Oh. It's true that Zeke is running out of time, and that Marley is coming up with a plan to invade paradise. I wanted to feel as anxious about it as you did. But what I don't get is why you would leave the island to operate on your own, exposing the rest of us to great danger. Do you no longer care what happens to Historia? I have in the Warhammer Titan. Yeah. He's like, surprised? What? It made hardening material come out of the ground and controlled it freely. turned it into a weapon, and other things as it wanted. It was a tough opponent. I have its ability now, so no matter how deep underground you can find me, it's pointless. I can get out of here whenever I want. Oh shoot. And of course, you won't kill me because I possess the original Titan. And you can make as many threats as you like, but you can't kill Zeke either. The heck? So tell me, Commander Haji, what is it exactly that you can do? Which just takes her by cuff. Huh? Tell me, Commander Haji, what other way is there? Tell me. Just like slaps his hand. Eren, you pervert. What? Still in your rebellious stage, I see. You idiot, brat. Go up the stairs, close the door. Erwin, the biggest mistake you made was to pass the position of commander to me. I got Mikasa, like the gravesite. Hey, you're from Marley, aren't you? Huh? Why are you here? This is where Eldians who were murdered by your people are buried. Why would you come here? Oh, it's the chef. Please stop. We'll take care of him. Please stop. Shoot. What are you doing here? Why? Is Sasha really dead? What? Sasha? Why? What are you guys doing? Going to a grave? She was shot by a little girl who came aboard the Zeppelin. Huh? That's too stupid to be true. It was not just any little girl. She was well trained. A warrior squad candidate, huh? It's all my fault. I was too careless. Sorry, Jean. Why are you apologizing to me? I just cooked her food. And he puts his hand on. You made her many delicious things to eat. Thank you, Niccolo. How about you, Connie? I was like a twin brother to her. Didn't have anything else? I feel like half of me died along with her. This dude? Isn't that her father? You all seem to care a lot about my daughter. We came all the way. We're weeping. Excuse me. I'm a Marlin, a POW, prisoner of war. I have a working permit. Allow me to work as a cook. Your daughter always ate my food like it was the most delicious thing in the world. So, if you don't mind, please come and eat my cooking as well. They shake. Of course. It'll be for free, right? Ah, sure. Back. Okay, we're back in the town. These are Titanization formulas we've stolen from Marley. It's everything we got. Why are they all in a circle? But they would be difficult to duplicate, since we weren't able to get our hands on the necessary equipment or materials, nor proper Titanization scientists. Okay. Pixis, and they got people armed. That's fine. This is plenty. I cannot express my gratitude enough. Despite our limited knowledge of the world, you lent us your strength and gave us hope. Doubting you volunteers would be an act of a devil. In these past 3 years, we have done all we can to prove that we are allies to Eldians. It's a pity. And they're like surrounded. Although we introduced these weapons to your country, so you could use them to regain your freedom, use them to threaten us instead. Why are they doing this? I apologize for this selfish request, but could you please shut your eyes against this momentary weakness of ours? We have no choice but to shackle Zeke down. Shackle Zeke down? I don't mind, Commander Pixis, because the day where we all sit at the same table, eating our meals together, will come very soon. You're not the only ones praying for that day to come. Okay. One. We got Zeke. This is Levi. They're in the forest. My hotel? Any complaints? I can't think of any place more suitable for scum like you. Talking to him. It's a very dense forest made up of trees as tall as 80 meters. It'll be difficult for you to get out of here alive. And you won't be able to get your hands on any boulders. You can like dig, whatever. We can't be throwing stuff at us again, can we? Also, looks like you can have a bit of fun with your 3D maneuver gear here. This kind of force is yet another thing you can only find here and nowhere else in the world. Because everyone cuts down forests? Isn't that right, Captain Levi? I want to show Gabi and Falco this magnificent piece of the natural world. What do you think? You seem to be worried about those brats all of a sudden. Whether they get to see this force or not depends on how you behave, Beardo. Oh, what's Gabi? Hey, what's wrong? Hey, hold on. What's wrong? We got a guard coming in? Like, was she? It started out of nowhere. I think she's in pain. What? Doing? Hey, young lady, are you okay? Like holding it, just waxing with a brick. What? Like on top of her? She's just beating on him. Gabi, that's enough. Dead. Took the brick from the wall. Hurry up and hide him under the bed. Darn it, we overdid it. Yeah, you got him. Even if we run away, well, where will we go? We're going to get killed. That guy was just worried about you. You can't trust those devils, Falco, but they have the same blood. We can't trust Zeke anymore either. We can't trust anyone. So Gabi and Falco are just on the run. Oh, Reiner wakes up. Out of bed. There's Peek and other guy, Falco's brother. Do you have a bad dream? It would be nice if it was all just a dream, huh? Pass him on some liquor. Gabi and Falco. I heard them. Where are they? Okay. Me looking at the sunset. Oh, it's Historia. Let's go inside, Historia. You have to take it easy. Wait, is she pregnant? The tragedy they are burdened with, just for being born. The countdown for the next in line begins. Is that Zeke's child? That's the connotation that they were spelling out. That Zeke and Historia had to have as many kids, because they're both royal. What does this mean? Huh. Wow. Yeah. That's it. Wow. What does this mean? So a story now has a child like come in. That's Eren didn't want this. So is she gonna be eaten, or is she gonna have the child eat the Beast Titan? Yeah, what are your thoughts? Subscribe, like, comment. Thank you for watching, and have a good rest of the day. Bye.